There we are. All right, buddy. So, Dallas, tell me you're gonna kill this guy.
You trying to start shit with him already?
Well, I mean, who is this guy really, Craig Tullier? Like, did you pick him? Did he pick you? Did
No.
Bob Brown do this?
So I'll tell you how it happened. First, I've always been a fan of Craig. I've got nothing bad to say about Craig. He's a good dude. I've never pulled him. The only event I've ever been to that I've seen him at was the Wall 2017, where it all fell apart and like nobody was going to show up type of event. I believe he took like second that year. It was when they lost their ESPN contract.
Yeah.
I went 0-2. Joel Hudick, round one, Justin Bishop, round two, and I was out. So that was like 4 years ago when I was just kind of getting to the point where I thought I was getting decent.
Yeah.
So I've never pulled him. It's hard to know exactly what to expect. I'm always confident when I go against anyone in my weight range, but I'm also very nervous at all times because I hate losing. So
Yeah, losing's not so much fun.
yeah, it's part of the sport, but I hate it. So my personal thoughts are I have a hard time thinking I'm going to lose this match just because of the style that Craig pulls. He's he's similar height, I think, as me. So shorter type of average size with a small hand and shorter forearm length. So usually that type of puller for me, they go exactly where I want to go, which is just grind it inside. It's WAL. I no longer have an issue slipping thanks to you and San Diego. So
Thanks to me. And oh yeah, you know how to do it. Well, in WAL, you get the strap right away anyways.
Yeah, so I don't even have to play games. They're gonna strap us up. And the only like fear that I have going on deep down is I know Bob's got some hidden agenda up his sleeve with like knowing every rule in the book and like saying something. He'll try to. I'm sure he's doing anything in his power to try to give Craig an advantage because Craig's like living in his house right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my only fear is like after going to Canada and having a tent blow over on me and have some weird Canadian rules hit me that I had never seen, I'm leery in the setup of like what could potentially go bad.
Well, I think that how long have you been arm wrestling now?
I'm in like my 6th, 7th year, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that's when stuff really starts to come together for most guys. I think that you are kind of well known in sport now as being a total monster in the straps.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you inside and outside the straps is more different than any arm wrestler that I have ever faced.
I agree. I don't know how to explain it. When I'm outside of the strap, if there was no such thing as a strap, either I would have to figure out how to use my hand and wrist or I would not be in the sport. Like it would be atrocious. Travis Bajent told me I wouldn't even place at a local county fair if the strap didn't exist. And he's probably true.
Thank you for the strap, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it just allows me to engage it in different ways. Like I use a lot of lat as because I've pulled with you before, but a lot of lat pressure. My hands are not terrible. It's my wrist is the weakness. And I think Michael Todd has this same issue. That's why he likes going to the strap and he likes it super tight and he likes, it's to stabilize your wrist. So I think, if I can, obviously I'll be in the strap every round. There's a highlight and I know how to use it because, I've learned from you, I've learned from Bob Brown, I've learned from Robert Baxter. So those are some of, in my opinion, the best in the game at the strap. So I think between the knowledge of the strap and knowing that it will go there every time. And I think Craig doesn't even weigh 200 pounds. He's like, I don't know, 190, 195 maybe?
So 205 weight cap, right?
That's the weight cap. I don't even think he can get to 205.
Yeah, I feel like Craig used to pull like at 1 43 or
Yeah, he
something.
used to be super low. But I think power wise, I can't imagine him being stronger than like a Brendan at 220. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a like I've pulled on the practice table with Craig, I think one time in my entire life. So I don't have a lot of information to go off of. I think he was pretty beat up when I did touch him. I mean, you and I had a good session. I know how strong you are. Uh, I can't. Craig is pretty well known for his speed.
Right. And
Like
his
he
bubble
is.
pals.
Yeah, he is blistering out of the blocks. Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about this match. I heard there's something going on with you and Jordan Sill. Is that true?
A little bit, yeah. I've always been friends with Jordan. I used to live in Salt Lake. Jordan had come to my home several times and trained and practiced. We've always had like a friendly banter, but the last time we had met in Texas, which was like a month and a half ago, I got a win on him left-handed. I kind of maybe I rubbed him wrong. I kind of talked a little bit too much shit, maybe. And I think it kind of pissed him off. And he ends up beating me right-handed, which I was honestly shocked. I was surprised because I felt like I had a good setup. Thought I was going to beat him right-handed, honestly, without a doubt. And I thought he would crush me left. I end up getting a win on him left, and then he crushes me right. And I think just kind of how it played out, it felt like there was some tension that had never really been there before. And then he went out on a limb and said, "Hey, I'll bet you $1,000 that Craig will not only win, but he will beat you 3-0." And that fucking
Wow.
pissed me off.
Wow.
I've been like super pissed. I don't know, like I'm trying to channel it, but I hate like I don't know. It just bugged the shit out of me. So I'm
Yeah, well, I can see
fired up.
it. That would piss me off a little bit too, you know?
Yeah. So, and it's like they take nothing into account. Like I'm currently ranked fourth in North America. Craig, I know at one point was probably ranked second or third, and then he had some injuries, and then now he's recovered. And I think the reason Jordan is feeling this way is because Craig has Jordan's number. Craig knows how to beat Jordan every single time. He's been,
Really?
yeah. There was recent tournaments in Utah. He beat him at. He beat him in an overall just in the Nevada State tournament just like a month ago. So
Really?
Craig knows how to beat Jordan. I know how to beat Jordan too, but I don't have the move that beats Jordan. So it doesn't matter if I know how to beat him. Craig does have the move. He gets height on him, strangely enough, and goes through. He just takes his wrist. It's not his Jordan's hand. I don't think anyone's really taking his hand. They're exposing his wrist, and that's what Chance Shaw did to him just the other day as well. If you get a little bit
Mm.
of palm height on him and crack his wrist, if he has any wrist outward, like anything like this bent back, he's toast. If he gets in, the dude's really, really strong with a little bit of wrist flexion.
Well, if you beat Craig, I can imagine what your next match is going to be.
Could be a Jordan again. So yeah, I'm up for anything. I'm really trying to I really want to be ranked number one. And it's difficult to get there, not just to beat the dudes that are ranked number one, but to get a match with them seems to be like honestly the biggest challenge. RVJ, from what I understand, doesn't take matches. And then Paul Lynn, I think we're trying to work something out this December. He seems to be open to it, which I'm excited for that. And then Dan Mosier, dude's a freak. I know how to find him, and I'm planning on finding him, but that'll only get me to the third spot. So I really think all three of those dudes are similar.
It's a very competitive class. That class is so stacked. I feel like it's really deep.
It is.
Like, yeah, it's tough. That's a tough class to be number one in.
Yeah.
Has WL contacted you?
Yeah, they called me a year ago. I had a match set up, but then COVID took place. And so, yeah, they hit me up. They were going to have it was going to be a 4-person round robin. And it was going to be like me, Kevin Robertson, who I don't think had any agreement up until that match was going to take place.
Yeah.
Quinlan Mendez, I believe, was in on it.
Yeah.
and Mike Celieris. And I've never pulled Quinlan or Mike, so I thought this would be awesome.
Yeah. That's a great round robin. I remember Kevin, he is big to be at that weight. I always thought he was like I remember the first time I met that guy, it was when we were doing the 195s, the 225s, and the open. And I was like, geez, I wonder if he looks big for 225. And I'm like, hey, buddy, you in the 225? And he's like, no, I'm in the 195. And I'm like, oh my God, that is a big 195.
Yeah, it's similar to Jordan, where I don't know where he hides his weight.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The guy's arms are just stupid.
Yep.
So it's Monday night.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been cutting weight. I've been drinking tons of water, so I'm on like super clean. My wife is really good at like meal prep because she knows how to bodybuild and do all that.
Yeah, congratulations. I saw you posted. She just kicked ass recently, eh?
Yeah, she just won her show down in Vegas. Just
incredible,
I should say. So yeah, last weekend.
Awesome.
So she's got me on the meal prep. I'm drinking water loading like crazy today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and then Thursday basically drink almost nothing. Friday drink nothing until weigh-ins. Should be fine on weight. Load up on water, carb load. Saturday probably be 212, 215, and I should be ready to rip his arm
So
off.
what do you weigh right now?
Probably 215.
215. Okay, so that's not that bad.
Yeah, about 10 pounds. I was really heavy about a month ago. I got on this it's called SARMs. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's one that there's two different SARMs in it, and it just makes you eat everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was brutal. I was 226 or 227 like a month ago. I've never been that heavy.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. How big were you when you were in San Diego?
Like 205, 210. That's my norm.
Wow, man. I can't believe you're going to pull Craig Tullier. So where is he ranked right now?
I think he's ranked around 8th or 9th or 10th, somewhere in there. Robbie Russell dominantly beat him a few months ago, and it was kind of right after he started feeling comfortable from his like surgeries or injuries that he had.
Right.
But Robbie seemed to have his number really well, and I think me and Robbie pull pretty similarly in the strap. So I guess my game plan going into it is I'm not going to try to hit into position because I don't think I'm going to win on the speed game. I'm actually going to do what you do. I'm just going to load, get into the strap, let him just bring me to here, and I'm just going to stuff him. And if I can catch his hit, I don't think he has a chance.
Yeah, I think that his most dangerous thing is definitely that hit. That's where he's definitely, his hit, his second hit, his third hit. But if you can survive the initial barrage, yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Interesting. How can we watch the match?
I think Bob Brown will likely be live streaming it on his Facebook. It'll be on some page. Justin Green is the person putting on the event.
Okay.
So, he'll probably or his wife, I think, will probably also be live streaming as well.
Okay. I'm not familiar with them.
They're just Utah guys. I think Justin used to be pretty well known, and he just stays in Utah, so he doesn't travel to go find anyone else.
Okay. So maybe Bob Brown's Facebook.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet. But yeah, I know Bob's betting on Craig. I know Jordan and me, we bet $1,000. So I'm really hoping that all I have to do is win one match and I take Jordan's money. So that should be
easy day.
Yeah. I guess I don't know how his endurance is. I don't know if he's good. Like I'm not familiar exactly. I know he's obviously super well known and he usually, so I wonder how his endurance is, because if I catch, I'm trying to debate, do I catch and then slam him to the pad? That's where I usually go. Or do I catch and maybe grind it out for a little bit and get him to wear that hit down? Because my bicep has a lot of endurance. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure.
What I do in a super match is if I feel that I can hold the person, I will never pin them. Never. Just let them give you as much as they want. I will pin when I'm uncertain. If I'm not sure, if I know the person has, if you give them space, they can get back in the game, then no, you close the door. But if a person wants to work in an unfavorable position, I just let them. I let them. Yeah.
I think that's what I'll end up trying to remember in the heat of the moment is catch, sit there, maybe get a little bit of shoulder behind it so I'm in a comfortable spot, and then just hopefully just keep hitting and hitting and hitting. So after I pin him, his next hit off the go is much less terrible.
Well, Dallas, just a few days out. Thanks so much for coming on. You're behind right now in the staking. I
I'll go
didn't
bet on
know.
myself then.
Yeah, well, we there's lots of space left. Who knows? Maybe we'll open another block if you guys close it off. But I'm really excited to watch you guys this weekend. I know what I'm going to be doing come Friday afternoon. So
Cool.
good luck, buddy. I hope you have an epic battle.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, hold on here.
Just hit end for all.